You see, I feel highly entertained by Tinubu's rhetorics, the way he's dramatizing his own role, in Nigerian democracy. Luckily, we're all alive. He's gone. Luckily, we're all alive. We're all there. We're all, participant in that particular, sphere of political activity. So I was in the middle of it. Tinubu became relevant and noticeable after Abacha took over government. Before then, he was in the Senate, was the secretary of the party. And with all respect to him, you see, he was part of those people who were supporting Babangida's annulment of June 12th. He was part of it. His own mother, Haja Mogaji from Lagos, was organizing Lagos marching women to come to Abuja to pledge, support for Babangida. I'm saying this because it's simply history. I mean no harm. Don't mean to embarrass him. But then you see, he was actively handing gloves to Babangida. Now, when Babangida saw the fact that he was having a problem with the party, he went to the National Assembly to address them. One infamous speech was, they are trying to incite you. It's you they are against. Tinubu was there, and IU became very, very firm and straight on the issue of June 12th. He called a meeting, then being the only senior elected person in government at that time, as Senate President. He convened a meeting in Edo, in Benin, working there with the governor, where we went there and reaffirmed our commitment to June 12th. All right? Babangida was so angry with IU. When he came back, he removed him and put in a better arrow. He put him there so that, so that they can be aligned to Babangida, political kind of machinations. So when Tinubu today, after being a Nigerian president, decided to rewrite history, trying to maybe deconstruct history and then rewrite it, then it is very, very amusing because he was part of the Babangida support of June 12th. He was part of it. Now, it was only when Abacha took over government that Tinubu then became our so-called activist of June 12th. Not only him, all those who are talking about June 12th in Edeko, I mean no harm, I mean no disrespect. I'm simply saying what happened during that time. All of them, those who were in Edeko, where were they on June 11th? They had no part in June 12th. They had no part of June 12th campaign. They are not part of the June 12th activities. What they are nobody because most of them are saying, would they sit down, look, all of them, because they don't believe that you won't work out. So when Abiola won the election, and then after the annulment, they are all very, very passive. But suddenly after Abacha came on board, removing Sonekam, they became activists, they formed Nedeko. Nedeko was opposed to Abacha, was opposed to election formation. Nedeko was something which was formed, to fight Abacha, not to fight democracy, not for fight for June 12th. So whatever Tinubu is doing today is simply reconstructing history the way he thinks is going to fit his own political interests. But then obviously he was a major supporter of Babangida. Ask Babangida, ask him. So when you talk about, already June 12th, who are those characters? Ebute Ere, somebody who replaced Ayu for June 12th? Who are the others? All of them. So he ran away. We stayed behind. We fought Abacha. I was detained, because of my fight with Abacha. I was detained. Really was detained. So all of us, Adamu Churuma, Bola, Ege, Yoche, Ayu, Kwame, and many others, Bagaji, all of them were there. We fought Abacha. We fought him because we were willing to risk our lives. Tinubu ran away. He was not in the country. He only came back after the whole thing was, after the call was very, very clear. So what I'm saying is, all those advocates of June 12th, they are more concerned with the bath water rather than the baby. They are more concerned because most of them were at the end of the meal when the product was being processed. They simply picked up the product. The process which produced the product, they are not there. They're not part of it. They only pick the product. And today it's not about the victor, but it's about the victory more than anything else. So we make this kind of distinction. There is a difference between the victory and the victor. The DECO were more concerned with the victory than the victor. As far as they are concerned, in the bathwater they are trying to use, they are trying to hang on to their own kind of riding on top to reinvent, history in Nigeria. Otherwise, I feel embarrassed for the president for the way he's talking. Honestly, ask anybody. Go ask anybody. We're all there. Ask Ayu, ask Jerigana. They're all there. Ask Rangiwa. So what is happening today in Nigeria is simply something very, very laughable. people, who had no political pedigree, who had no political history, who are not known as with the freedom fighters, are now at the forefront fighting for Nigerian democracy. It's so laughable.